Now at 8:30 on WKYT this morning, a protest in Minnesota ends in several arrests after protesters launched fireworks at police officers. We're also learning more this morning about the 5 Dallas police officers killed in Thursday's attack. The latest details coming up. And here in Kentucky, a mother is asking for the public's help to find her daughter's body after police say she was murdered. The latest details on that search ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Sean Moody. Michelle Chamberlain has the morning off. It's been a fantastic couple of days in the weather department anyway. After a pretty rough week of rain, Mike Linden is standing by in the Weather Center, and it looks like a great Sunday.
I mean, it really does, Sean. I mean, especially with how Saturday went, mostly sunny, temperatures nice and normal. We'll get ready to do it all over again here into Sunday. Here's a look at the live sky camera looking toward Winchester. Things are looking fantastic as we get our Sunday morning started. Now, the clouds are there, very thin, might I add, but regardless, we're not going to see anything coming off of them as we head into our afternoon. Now, they'll stick around into the afternoon, too, but again, mostly sunny, a nice mix of sun and clouds as we get into the middle of our day today. We take a wider look, though, and we can see that a warm front is approaching from our west. That means that not only will those temperatures begin to warm up here over the next few days, but it also marks the return of warm, moist air. That means stormy weather lurks right around the corner. But coming up in about 10 minutes, I'll take you through your Sunday, show you how the rest of your day looks, and then as we head into the work week, I'll show you when and where we expect to find some thunderstorms. Sean?
Mike, thank you. A Kentucky mother is begging for help. She's trying to find her daughter, Crystal Warner's body, and her daughter's boyfriend, Robert Jones's body. Kentucky State Police say the couple was murdered. WKYT's Mark Barber is at the live desk with a closer look at this case. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Sean. The family of the missing couple has been desperately searching for them since they vanished last Sunday. Robert Jones, a father of 3, and his girlfriend Crystal Warner were last seen leaving one of their rental properties in Washington County. Witnesses told police that they saw a man shoot them and take their bodies. Investigators have arrested and charged Craig Pennington with their murders. His family says he was renting a home from that missing couple. Investigators found that couple's car sitting in a field in Georgetown on Friday, but there was no sign of them there. While state police are still trying to find their bodies, their family is now pleading for others to start searching too.
I asked the people in Washington County and the surrounding areas and also up to where the car is, search their properties.
The family thinks bringing Jones and Warner's bodies home would help them find some closure. Their accused killer is expected to stand before a judge for the first time in this case tomorrow afternoon. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. Turning to national news this morning, on WKYT this morning, police and protesters in Minnesota clashed last night. Police arrested some of the protesters after they began throwing fireworks, bottles, and rocks at police officers during a protest that shut down a section of Interstate 94 in St. Paul. The police department tweeted that multiple officers were injured by these fireworks thrown by the protesters. Police said some protesters sat down there after being warned that they were subject to arrest if they didn't move out of the area. CNN reports that 50 people were arrested. Now, this march started outside the governor's mansion, where protesters have been gathering ever since the fatal police shooting Wednesday night of Philando Castile. He was shot during a traffic stop in suburban St. Paul. And in San Antonio, Texas, police are investigating reports of shots fired at their downtown headquarters overnight. Investigators on that scene closed several roads nearby and taped off a large area in front of the headquarters building. The city's police chief said investigators did find several shell casings in a nearby alley. Police detained one man and were searching for another. No one was hurt. We're learning more this morning about the 5 officers who were killed in Thursday's ambush attack on Dallas police officers. Omar Villafranca has their stories.
48-year-old Lauren Aarons moved from Southern California to Dallas 14 years ago to fulfill his dream of being a police officer. His wife is also a member of the Dallas Police Department. Aaron's father, William.
The pinnacle of his life was his children. He adored his children. He was a big, strong guy, 6'5", but that same guy would have tea with his daughter.
Before he became a police officer, Patrick Zamaripa was in the Navy. The 32-year-old loved baseball and his 2-year-old daughter. 40-year-old Michael Kroll left Detroit to become a police officer. His family called him a gentle giant. He served in Dallas for 8 years. Sergeant Michael Smith was on the force for 25 years. He loved his job and his church. He leaves behind a wife of nearly 20 years and 2 teenage children. Brent Thompson served in the Marines before becoming a cop. He's the first Dallas transit officer ever killed in the line of duty. Transit officer Misty McBride was shot several times but will survive. Her 10-year-old daughter Hunter is grateful she's alive.
I said that I love you and that I'm glad you're here.
The officers who are still in the hospital are expected to survive. Their physical injuries will get better, but it's their emotional wounds which will take much longer to heal. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Dallas.
Back here in Kentucky, dozens were in Lexington's Triangle Park protesting the recent shootings across the country. More than 50 people gathered to talk about the shootings, and organizers encouraged people to get up and speak to the crowd.
This event kind of allowed all of us to come together and just know that there is an issue and acknowledge it. Because if America's not going to acknowledge it on a wide scale, we need to do it here in our communities.
A University of Kentucky student organized that vigil. The dangers law enforcement face are all too familiar for the families of officers in Richmond. Less than a year ago, Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis was shot and killed in the line of duty. After his death, many women there decided to form a group called the Police Wives of Madison County. They say having a husband in law enforcement can be stressful and that their hearts go out to the people of Dallas.
My husband and I have this routine every night when he leaves for work. I'll say, "You be safe," and he says, "Will do." And then we tell each other we love each other, and you don't know if it's the last time, but again, you just have to trust that it's in God's hands.
The group is collecting donations to send to the families of the Dallas shooting victims. They're asking for restaurant gift cards and for letters. You can find out where to drop off donations on our website, WKYT.com. And a group of women in Hindman are also raising money for the families of the Dallas shooting victims. Volunteers held up signs at a roadblock, and drivers passing through stopped to give donations. Megan Caudle hopes to raise more than $1,000 for those families, and she says events like this one show law enforcement all over the world that people support them. The small Indiana town of Cambridge City is making headlines after selling the winning Mega Millions ticket at a gas station. That ticket is worth an estimated $540 million. It was sold at this Speedway gas station. That ticket matched all 6 numbers. The Hoosier Lottery says no one has yet come forward to claim their money. One man who was in there buying tickets was surprised to hear the winner was sold at that gas station.
I had no idea the jackpot winner was in this store, and hopefully it's a fellow Hoosier.
The gas station will get $100,000 for selling that ticket, and just in case you were wondering, the winner can take a one-time lump sum of $380 million or take an annual payout of 30 installments. Not bad either way. It is 8:38 now, and coming up on WKYT this morning, that popular brand of sunscreen you've got may not be the best at protecting your skin in the summer sun. We'll tell you why after Mike's forecast.
And we are looking at a fantastic summer day here in the Bluegrass. Lots of sunshine and temperatures right around normal. But coming up, I'll take you through the next few days that marks the return of the stormy weather.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Mike Linden.
Get ready for what looks to be another wonderful day in the Bluegrass. I'm tracking mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the mid-80s that will make today look and feel much like yesterday afternoon. So if you were able to head to Lake Cumberland yesterday, go for a hike, or even mow the lawn, well, you'll be good to do any of those activities again out there today. Of course, you don't need to mow the lawn twice in 2 days, but you get the point. It looks wonderful outside. It isn't until the next few days here that things take a turn for the humid and stormy, as a warm front to our west will begin to work its way eastward and bring us back to what we dealt with almost each and every day last week, the mugginess and the storminess. That arrives as we head into the next few days. We'll look at that in just a moment. Right now, Temperatures in the upper 60s. This is pretty much room temperature across the board early on. Temperatures in the southeastern mountains, of course, a little bit cooler in the mid to low 60s. Regardless, a great start across the bluegrass state. There's not going to be the threat of any active weather out there today. Very calm and mostly sunny into our afternoon. Most spots return to that mid to low 80s mark this afternoon. That's where we'll hit around 4 o'clock or so, and we'll hang on to the lower 80s into the evening hours. So if you plan on heading outside now, if you plan on heading outside later, or if you plan on heading outside even this evening, things look great almost all day long. Let's check it out on the hour-by-hour forecast. The cloud cover, not really going to be much of a threat out there today. You'll see some thin clouds out there, but nothing that's going to bring us any active weather. Monday, though, as that warm front to our west begins to push into the bluegrass, that's going to force those temperatures up just a little bit. It will also allow for the moisture from our south to begin to work its way back into the bluegrass as well. We're looking at southern, western, and southeastern Kentucky as the likely spots that we could be looking at some rainfall. Potentially some light showers overnight Monday as we head into Tuesday, but look at this. Right now, remember, temperatures are around 68, 69 or so degrees. Look where they could be Tuesday morning, nearing on 80 degrees in the mid to high 70s. Then as we head into the afternoon, notice how the rain just explodes. Well, we're looking at widespread wet weather on Tuesday through your day. Not only the showers, but the return to thunderstorms as well. And again, look at those temperatures. The upper 80s could even be getting into the lower 90s. So the moisture is well on its way. This is dark colors here you can see to our west and to our south. That will get here as we get into Monday evening. Again, still could be looking at a few showers along the southern edge of the bluegrass through the day on Monday, but it isn't until Tuesday that humidity really going to make a big comeback, and that's, of course, when the thunderstorms return as well. So if you have yet to be able to go outside, well, today you've really got to make it fit at some point in your day because you'll be missing out otherwise. Today looks fantastic. Temperatures in the mid-80s, mostly sunny. Tomorrow looks pretty good too, if not just a little bit warmer. Remember, a chance for some showers along southern Kentucky tomorrow afternoon, but it isn't until Tuesday that we make a return to the widespread wet weather and the chance for thunderstorms. So, Sean, whether it's camping, heading to Lake Cumberland, cooking out, mowing the lawn, reading a book outside, taking the dogs for a walk, today looks great to do any of those activities.
Yeah, get outside, and as sunny as it is, you want to have some sunscreen on. But some new research finds that some of the top-selling sunscreens may not be fully effective at protecting your skin.
And you can't go wrong with a good sunblock. Chris Martinez tells you why.
Geraldine Stevens makes sure her family never leaves home without sunscreen. It's a must in the California sun.
We're always trying to figure it out, right? Of what's the best, what's the healthiest, most organic.
The American Academy of Dermatology guidelines calls for a broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF 30 or higher that is water or sweat resistant. But researchers at Northwestern Medicine found many people are choosing their sunscreens for the wrong reasons. Doctors, including Rupal Kundu, looked at the top 65 consumer-rated sunscreens sold on Amazon.com. 40% of them failed to meet that standard.
The main reason we found that the 3 criteria were not met was because of water resistance.
Researchers say they found most people pick their sunscreen based on cosmetic features like how good it smells or what color the cream is instead of how effective the product is.
And people may be spending more than they need to.
There was a tremendous price gap.
The study discovered effective sunscreens could range from a few dollars to more than $100 for high-end brands.
Other leg.
Stevens' sunscreen does meet the AAD standards. It costs $8 on Amazon.
You get sunburns, like, if you don't put it on, like, the sun's really strong in the summer.
And it turns out it's giving them the protection they need. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Santa Monica, California.
Yeah, good stuff to keep in mind this summer. It is 8:46 on your Sunday morning. We'll have more news when we come back.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bryant. WKYT investigative reporter Miranda Combs talks about challenges for law enforcement and why some got a startling notice with their water bill. Coming up.
This Sunday morning, Down on the Farm is just out your door. Plus a close-up on Robin Williams and a Sunday profile of Sir Elton John. Listen to the trumpet.
And as we go to break here, you can't beat that shot looking live at the Earth from the International Space Station. Very cool.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bryant, hoping you're enjoying your weekend. WKYT's investigative reporter Miranda Combs is always busy, and this summer is no exception. She's been looking into lots of stories regarding Kentucky's drug issues, and she talked with me as we were finding out more about the police shootings in Dallas and about how law enforcement is a tough career with tough challenges ahead. Difficult these days to hire people who want to do these jobs, isn't it?
Absolutely, and as you know, pay a lot of time is the issue because you're doing such a job that is so dangerous, and every day they just don't know what they're going to get into. So yes, very hard to find good qualified police officers.
And the training obviously is adjusted as things come up, as has been the case in that led to the protests in Dallas.
You may remember we did this story last year, I believe, on shoot or don't shoot, which was a very eye-opening experience for us to see how difficult it is to make those calls at the last minute of whether you shoot or don't shoot.
Well, and there's a lot to be sorted out in the days to come. Again, you have been busy with lots of investigations. Danville, they have a water issue that affects other communities because they sell water to other communities.
Right.
And it has something to do with that still water is more difficult to purify than if it's running water.
Right. Might not have realized this. 95% of Kentuckians get their water from surface water. Danville gets it from Lake Harrington. Danville also sells their water to other districts, and this came to our attention because one of those districts, the Parksville Water Department, they got on their bill a warning saying if you're elderly, if you're pregnant, if you have infants, then you need to talk to your doctor before you drink this water, which can be startling to get in the mail if you even read your water bill, which we found out from a lot of people there in Parksville. They didn't even know about it. But basically, this is something that's not just happening in Danville and in Parksville. It's happening all over the state. In fact, there are 409 public water systems in Kentucky. 70 of them are right now in violation for this haloacidic acid. It's a new rule, but it happens a lot because it's coming from surface water. It's a byproduct disinfectant. Goes over your head to talk about it exactly, but basically what it means is if you're coming from surface water, then you can get a higher level of this, and the new rules from the EPA are very hard to meet this standard. And so it was interesting to start with one bill, and it actually turned into a story that affected the entire state.
Does anybody go so far as to say that the water source should be different if you have, if the still water has those issues?
Well, we were actually in Winchester, ironically, yesterday on a different story, and I actually talked to the water superintendent there, and he said for a while they had been taking it from the river. They switched to a lake, and they wanted to switch back to the river because that was better for them in regard to this haloacidic acid. So maybe some questions, but that's probably not a good solution.
There are always, issues. With one, the concern with the radioactive waste in Estill County, and some have now raised issues about potentially runoff into the Kentucky River with that. So really, water is a big issue.
A lot for the Energy Environment Cabinet right now, yes.
Right. Now you can see the full interview with Miranda and also hear from Bluegrass Airport's Eric Frankel about some encouraging travel developments this summer in the Bluegrass. We repeat Kentucky Newsmakers this morning at 10 on the CW Lexington. Set your DVR or catch it then. And we'll have all the latest for you bright and early this week on WKYT This Morning starting at 4:30 a.m. I'm Bill Bryant, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. It's 8:56 on your Sunday morning. All right, hold your breath now, because this next story is for daredevils like Mike Linden.
I have to read, so take a look at this. It's the Red Bull Cliff Diving Competition World Series in Portugal, and let's just all agree this is, no, not doing this. So the stakes are high, pun intended, about 92 feet high, in fact, from that cliff there.
I just say, nope.
That's a 10-story building, Sean. 92 feet. Look at these people just cheering.
Nope.
Like, oh yeah, it's great. Well, this gentleman here, Gary Hunt, he's the world champ from the United Kingdom, and he's won it 5 times, which means he's been doing this for 5 years.
Which means he's done it at least 5 times.
Oh, those flips.
Yeah. Again, nope.
Now I will say though, that looks beautiful there in Portugal.
Oh yeah, I will go watch. Yeah. I would go watch. I don't think I would
jump. That trophy's cool, too.
That is,
you see that? That was great. But no, thank you. No. What I will do, though, is enjoy the beautiful weather here in Kentucky. Because you don't have to go to Portugal to get some great sunshine out there today. The mid-80s, mostly sunny right here in the bluegrass. Tomorrow looks good too, a little more humid. It isn't until Tuesday that the active weather gets here.
All right, thank you all for hanging out with us on this Sunday. No one's more up to date than you. Have a good one.